Recruiter here to review your resumes. The resume we have up first is a AI engineer, and this AI engineer has gotten 0 interviews or calls. So this is a stinker of a resume. So this AI engineer has a garbage resume, but I can fix it. So what do we need for an AI engineer? And I want to let everybody know I do more than tech resumes, but like 90% of the resumes that are sent to me are tech. So most of the time it's tech, but I do accountants and wow, there's more stuff than accountants. Accountants, recruiters, project managers, all that good stuff retail. But right now for this AI engineer, what we need is AI, LLM, NLP, Python, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Cloud, any of them, NumPy, R, MATLAB, SDLC, CI/CD, DevOps, and then 1 or 2 of these, RAG, ML, LangChain, SkibbityLearn, Pandas, Agentic, so like LangGraph. And then I need to see that you can explain complex topics to non-technical people. That is what we require. You need 75% of those in qualification format, not keyword format. Recruiters are not keyword hunting. We are qualification hunting, and there is a difference between those. I need to see these in full sentences that describe what you did, how you did it, and the non-technical reasons you did it, along with where you did it. If it is not those 4 things, it does not count. So let's see if I can find any of those in 20 seconds, because that is all the time that recruiters have and hiring managers. The answer is no, probably not, because this gets 0 interviews and it's a garbage resume. So 20 seconds on the clock and go. All right, this doesn't matter. This cannot be used. Developed a tree-based anomaly detection isolation hot dog. Worked on a network trafficking forecast to hot dog. Engineered from network hot dogs. I'll explain that in a second. Conducted EDA to identify hot dog. YOLO hot dog. All right. There was 0 things I needed in this resume. And that is why you're getting rejected. Also, my advice does work outside the U.S. I am a U.S.-based recruiter. I've gotten people jobs through my advice in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, India, the U.K., the EU, most places in the EU too, except for the Netherlands for some reason. But like Germany, it works, and I think Turkey and all that other stuff, it works, but not the Netherlands, and I don't know why. But the job market in the US and India is mostly going to be the same stuff that we're looking for. So a resume that would work in the US will typically work in India as well. So the problem with this resume, like I said, is it had a bunch of hot dogs. And I wasn't able to find this. And what I mean by that is I want you to imagine that you are hungry and you go to a restaurant and you say, I would like a cheeseburger with pickles. And the waiter says, just a cheeseburger with pickles? And you say, yes, just a cheeseburger with pickles. So they go back and they bring you out a hot dog with cheese and pickles. And they say, here is your cheeseburger. And you say, excuse me, this is not a cheeseburger, this is a hot dog. Are you trying to gaslight me? I'm a little confused. And the waiter says, no, this is what you wanted, because a hot dog has meat like a hamburger. A hot dog can have cheese like a hamburger. A hot dog has buns just like a hamburger, and a hot dog can have pickles just like a hamburger. So when you said you wanted a cheeseburger with pickles, what you actually meant was this hot dog with cheese and pickles. You would walk away from that restaurant and you wouldn't pay because that is not what you wanted. And that is the exact problem with this. So remember, nothing here counts. I said you need to show me how. That's why skills sections do not matter. Everybody fights for them, and I don't know why. They're worthless. Then we go down to here, and the problem is all this stuff is tangentially related to AI engineering. Developed a tree-based anomaly detection model. Hot dog. That's not exactly what I wanted. It's adjacent to what I wanted. Worked on a network trafficking forecasting model. Again, adjacent to what I wanted. It implies this stuff, but I need this stuff. Model accuracy. Again, conducted EDA, hot dog, YOLO, hot dog. The first time you actually mention AI in your entire resume is here for this, which is LLMs. This is why do I have to go all the way down to here, not counting education, to find the very first thing I can actually use? And again, you didn't write it right. Perform comparative frontier LLMs, Gemini, whatever, to evaluate accuracy, response quality, and cost trade-off. That means nothing and it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying what they didn't matter. I'm saying it doesn't matter in a resume. Like, none of this matters. This was written in a way that does not describe your experience. Then we go down to here, and again, cannot use this. Has to be in the bullet points. Fine-tuned a hot dog to a hot dog on a hot dog for depression. And natural word processing actually can be used. hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. So your entire resume is almost entirely blank. The only thing that I have that I can actually use to move forward with you to the manager is the fact that you said LLM at the very bottom, but again, you didn't say it in a qualification format, and the fact that you have a degree. This would not work in the US. This does not work in India. So I'm going to need you to delete all of this because this is why you're struggling. And I need you to go back to the drawing board, and I need you to make it look like this. This is the formatting you want. This is how you do it. Just projects and internships are separate, so it's going to be work history. That includes projects, and then it's going to be work history, and that includes internships, and then a separate one for projects. But this is how you do it. And and you need to write me bullet points to show me this stuff. And again, how you did it and the reason and result that is not technical. You do not want to put all this technical stuff. You also don't want to put all these random numbers. The only numbers you want in your resume, not counting the dates of employment and your contact information for software engineers and AI engineers, is the scale of users you've had. That is about the only number metric that you ever want in your resume, unless you're going for a leadership role. For software engineers, it is how many users. If you say you had 200 million users monthly, perfection. Otherwise, none of this matters. So you yourself are wondering why you're not getting in any interviews is because your resume is garbage. This has nothing we need. This has nothing the hiring manager needs. And I want to let everybody know, I don't give advice that only works on recruiters. I think that is terrible advice. Someone giving you advice that only works on either the recruiter or the hiring manager, it's bad advice. This works for the hiring manager. Well, this one doesn't. This works for the hiring manager. They want to see it basic and boring. They want to see how you describe complex topics to non-technical people. They want to see that you used Python, TensorFlow, LangGraph to create a multi-agent system that told the time and gathered movie tickets so that your stakeholders could go to the movies, book the tickets that they wanted at the movies. Like, that is how I need you to describe it. Is that boring? Yeah. Is that basic? Yeah. Does everybody have that? Yeah. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think is important. It matters what the hiring team, including the manager, thinks is important. And this stuff is from the hiring manager. Recruiters do not randomly say, oh, they want a software engineer, I'm just going to look for all of this. No, this comes from the hiring manager. And if you don't have it in your resume that shows how you did it and the non-technical reasons and where, it does not matter. And this entire resume can be yeeted and deleted. Like, there's nothing here. If you don't follow my methods, you're going to be sad. All right? And I do not want you to be sad. I want you to get jobs because we're in a recession and you need to be able to feed yourself. So before we go to the next resume, I just want to let everybody know, if you ever need more help, you can join my live stream. That's how I pick people to review their resumes for. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter and right here on YouTube. And to my members who get access to videos a little bit early, thank you very much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Your support means a lot to me. And if anybody wants to join, they can join in the link below. But let's go to the next resume. This is a software engineer intern. And this person says, preparing for my co-op year of school, don't know if my resume is good. I have had a lot of trouble finding an internship and was left without one this summer. So I'm expecting this resume to be bad. They stated they had a 1 in 100 ratio, which is how many applications it takes to get an interview. When people follow my advice, they get a 1 in 7 on average, which is 1 app interview per 7 applications. There are some exceptions to that, like if you're international, it's going to be higher. If you're doing entirely remote roles, it's going to be higher. And freshers are usually closer to 1 in 15 than 1 in 7. But so a 1 in 100 means this is a bad resume, but it is not completely unsalvageable. It means there's probably 1 or 2 things that I could find that are good, but the rest of it is garbo. So let's find out what's good and bad. For an intern, we really only need 4 things. Almost every single intern only needs these 4 things. So, software engineer intern, degree. I need to make sure you're still enrolled. Basic knowledge of whatever your industry is. In this case, for software engineer, it's language, SQL, cloud, AI, object-oriented programming, Maybe you want to put in like RESTful API or something like that, but these are going to be the main ones you want to hit. And by language, I mean like Python, C#, .NET, or Java. Or full stack, so TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Those are the things I want. You don't need all of the languages, but you do need at least one stack. Then I need the ability to work well with others. Every single internship requires this, and the ability to take direction and criticism. If you do not have this, you are not going to get moved forward, mainly because this is probably your first real full-time job in the corporate world, and they don't want you to say, hey, this is bad, redo it, and then you freak out and punch somebody in the face, which can happen. So they want to make sure you can take direction and criticism. So 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see how much of this I can find. And go. Okay, relevant coursework is never relevant. Developed a data pipeline in Python and SQL. Good. Cross. This doesn't matter. Helping teams identify. The rest of that is actually good. Collaborated with 5-system team. This is not how you describe collaboration. Built a AWS. That is fine. Developed flight controls. No. Hot dog. Okay, time. Yes, so there is some stuff I like, right? Like, I think your first sentence is mostly good. Develop the data pipeline in Python and SQL to combine social media traffic. That's the what and the how. That's SQL and Python. I don't care about the number of records. That's irrelevant. Helping the team identify where the users were dropping off and why. That's a good non-technical reason. My big problem with this, not counting this part, is you want a minimum of 3 keywords, which again are these, and a maximum of 6 in each bullet point. And this only has 2 keywords, so you need to put at least one more in. But I do like how you describe the rest. The problem is after this, collaborated with a don't use collaborated. Everybody says collaborated. I want to see how you work well together. And I mean, I want to see how you work well together. What is collaborated with? Did you walk into a room with them, get them a coffee, and then leave? I don't know. You know what you could have said? Worked in a 5-person team where we went over each other's code in whatever the other stuff, I guess Python, and gave each other criticisms to fix it before launch to identify at-risk learners and personalized content recommendations. That would be how you write it. But collaborated with a 5-person team means nothing. Collaborated means nothing. You need to be specific. Built a data storage system with PostgreSQL and AWS. Good. Again, this is a good non-technical reason, but you only had 2. So the problem with this is you had 0 here because you already mentioned Python up above. Also, let me mention what is good and bad in this. So you only want to mention 1 keyword per job if you can. The same keyword once per job. So Python here, good. This is good. Python here, bad. Python... Oh, do you not have any other Python? Well, that ruined this one. Let's just assume that this was Python. Python here, good. So you want to say Python once per job or project. So this is why you're struggling to get interviews, is your first and your third sentence are okay, but they don't have enough, and you do not show me that you can work well together with others or take direction and criticism. And remember, those are critical. If you do not show that, you do not get moved forward. Once you are doing entry-level roles, you don't need that. But for internships, you need that. Also, use this format. It'll be a lot better. So that is what you need to do. Add more stuff to this. Add more stuff to this. Add stuff to this. Fix your formatting and show me the direction and criticism. I'd also like some cloud and maybe just a smidge of AI. Just a smidge. Also, don't say AWS S3 because that may be different than AWS. I know it's not, but still, they don't know that. So just say and AWS. You don't need to tell me the exact specific. If you're a cloud engineer or a data engineer, you probably want the S3, but other people don't. So that's what I can do for this resume. Next one. This is a resume of a staff accountant. What we need is degree, and if you have a CPA, it's going to be massive. If you don't have a CPA, it's going to be real tough. The difference in accounting jobs for those with CPAs and not CPAs is night and day. I need to see Microsoft Office, Excel, Outlook, etc. I need to see that you manage multiple active projects and deadlines. I need to see gap, attention to detail, good communication, and nice to have is general ledger such as Oracle Fusion. So let's see if I can find it. This person, probably not. They have over 150 to 1. They say they've given up trying to be a front-end dev or data analyst. 300 resumes, no response. So they're going back to being a staff accountant. All right. So 20 seconds on the clock. Let's find out. And whoops. All right, and go. Okay, this is slightly off, but that's fine. No. Okay, we're redoing it. I messed up. That doesn't count. This probably doesn't count. Perform bookkeeping, accounts payable, receivable, reconciliations for multi-entity truck operations. Again, manage bank reconciliations, QuickBooks. I don't think I really care about that. Payroll, maintain organization documents, support accurate reporting and external CPA. Declined. Where's Gap? Where's the rest of Microsoft Office? Where's multiple projects and deadlines? Where's the fact that you communicated to people? This entire thing is a single sentence that you almost copy-pasted over and over again. You manage bank reconciliations. You processed payroll. You did payments. You supported the organ. This almost reads like the same sentence copy-pasted 5 times and slightly changed. Also, this is really confusing. Like, okay, so you're a bookkeeper, but for food trucks, but then I also don't know how many food trucks. Like, that actually can matter, like the volume of these people that you have to tell me. But the only thing I see here is CPA. The only thing I see is Excel. Where's the rest of the Microsoft Office stuff? Where is the gap? Where's the attention to detail? Where's the fact that you communicate stuff to non-technical people? Where's the fact that you've met deadlines? I don't know. I don't see any of it. Like, one of these sentences may be fine, but it's... And again, the important part is the Excel. Why did you put it at the bottom of this? Like, this should be in the top. Like, I don't understand this. This is really weird. Like, yeah, the formatting's mostly good, but, like, you know, also there's an extra gap here. You don't want that big of a gap. But, like, what is... Also, why is this up to here? You can hyperlink your LinkedIn. It's fine to hyperlink it. That's okay. If you want to hyperlink it, you can hyperlink it. Also, you can change your LinkedIn URL, if anybody knows. It takes like 5 minutes of Googling. You can actually change it to just be your name and then like 1 or 2, so it won't be this giant long thing. But yeah, this is very confusing me. And then you were a personal trainer. Okay, I guess tracking progress, but that's the only thing I need. And then you were also an account. No, okay. Like, man, I don't know if you should even put this. Like, I know it has multiple active clients, but I don't know if you even want to put it. And all of these bullet points are scrubbed of actual context. Yeah, none of this works. Prepared individual tax returns for financial documents. Again, that's not what I'm... Like, maybe as a description, organizational document, support tax prep. There's nothing here I could use. This resume is almost entirely blank. This is it. This is all I see. And again, these bullet points are so scrubbed of context that I can't glean anything from them. I need you to go back to the drawing board and fix it. Because, like, yeah, I know the formatting is fine, but the bullet points are the most important part, and I just don't see it in any of these. So, you need this stuff, and I don't see it. This is entirely hot dogs. Next resume. This is a STET, which is Software Test Engineer. I already mispronounced it. Great. This person says, I've been on the job market for over 4 months. I got contacted mostly by staffing vendors on Dice, bleh, I hate Dice, or LinkedIn, more legitimate, but rarely from the companies I directly applied. Yeah, because out of the corner of my eye, this is awful. let's see. I applied to a lot of small and large companies and got no interviews, mostly no interviews. If you could take some examples on what I do bad and good, I would be more than appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. No worries. Well, the first thing is, this person is in my chat right now, and they said they thought skills sections were good for keyword stuffing in the ATS. I am here to tell you, and I did in fact create a video on this, which one day I will find out how to link, and it will be there, which won't because I don't know how to link it. That's a myth. That's snake oil. ATS keyword searching is snake oil. Scam artists try to fearmonger you into thinking that the ATS is rejecting your resume. It's not. That's the whole reason I don't talk about it. The only thing that matters for the ATS is that you apply fast. The faster you apply, the better your chances, because ATSs sort people on the order they applied. That is it. Are there AI scanning ATSs and everything? Yeah, the market's big, but they're in such little numbers that it doesn't matter to your search. I have worked for AI first startups. I've used Workday, Taleo, ADP, Greenhouse, Zover. What was that other one? A bunch of other ATSs, and none of them have it. It's first come, first serve. So keyword stuffing is nothing. It means nothing. That's the same reason that you can have a perfect 92% or 99% on a ATS scanner and still get constantly rejected because they mean nothing. It's snake oil. That's not how ATSs work, even for AI first startups. So now there are knockout questions, but those are a little bit different. So what do we need for an SDET? We need testing methodologies, all that stuff. Database testing, SQL, Agile, Scrum, CI/CD, Git, Jenkins. Communicate bugs to developers and other stakeholders. What are you testing and its keywords? Such as the following, maybe coding language, test rails. So like what you test is going to matter. And you need to put what you test. I cannot have everything there, so you need to put some of them. And then frameworks such as UI, Playwright, Cypress, Selenium, APIs, PyTest, Request, and Postman Newman. So this gets a 1 in 100, so we know this does not work, but there's probably one or two things that are salvageable about it. So let's find out. 20 seconds on the clock. And go. Nothing matters here. Where's your education? Okay, you got a bachelor's. Got it. Improved web portal release confidence by Python. Okay. Selenium, playtest, Aller. Protected affiliate by owning market owning of hot dog. Accelerated feedback features by integrating hot dog. Maybe CI/CD is useful. To Bitbucket, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Built a bad day time. This is incomprehensible. Don't. This is why so if your education is not relevant to the role, then you do put it at the bottom. That was correct. And I believe that you have finance, so this actually isn't related to that. But this is irrelevant. Your formatting is awful. And if you could tell, I only got to here. This is as far as I read in your resume because of how bad it is to actually read. Do I want Playwright? Yeah, I do. Do I want... Let me look at what I actually found. Improved... Okay, this means nothing. I don't even know what any of that means. That's a technical reason. Python... Okay, fine. That could be one. Modular... No. Test automation... Meh. Selenium... I do need PyTest DD. No, I needed PyTest. I didn't need PyTest DD. So this doesn't count because you didn't put PyTest. You just put PyTest DD. Then this doesn't really matter. Testing of deep links. Hot dog. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. CI/CD can be one. That's good. Bitbucket. That was a smoke alarm almost going off, but did not. So, that was weird. All right. Bitbucket. No. Docker. No. Selenium. Yeah, like, this is the problem. This is filled with hot dogs. To the point where I could not get past here. The rest of this might actually have this stuff that I need, but they're not going to go past it. So this is your problem, is you stuff this with hot dogs, and I've only found like 4 things I need when I need 75% to move forward. So don't do this. Make this easier to read. It needs to be clear, right? I need you to say something that says, and this is going to be actual gibberish, but this is how you want it to sound, is created a testing methodology, end-to-end regression using Azure DevOps, using Azure DevOps, Playwright, Selenium, and in an agile environment to fix errors or test errors in our whatever product it is. And then the second one would be like communicating bugs to developers, doing that. So like that's how I need you to write it, because this right here is nonsense. It's just filled to the brim with stuff, and I can't get past this. And this is why you're getting rejected. Next resume. This is a IT support / help desk. What we need for IT support / help desk is Mac OS, Linux, Android, Windows, education, customer service, troubleshooting, problem solving, networking, DNS, DHCP, TCP, IPM, VPN, multitasking, meet deadlines, industry, Azure, LAN, WAN, CRM, Jira, Office, Microsoft 365, Active Directory, and a bonus for CompTIA, Microsoft Certified Desktop Support, and PowerShell. So that is what we need. This person did not tell me how many applications it takes them to get an interview, nor anything else, so I'm working on this blind. So, let's see if this is good or garbage and yeeted or deleted. Alright, and 20 seconds. Oh, and I got rid of my own keyword list. Give me a second. Nope, this doesn't count. This doesn't count. Alright, now we're doing it again. And go. Okay, degree, good. Alright, resolve the data computer issues by troubleshooting, good. Resulting in restored functionality and satisfied users. Participate in 2 yearly Get Connected, prior to customer service and networking, troubleshooting 2 students, again, Use team dynamics ticketing to problem solve as they keep customers abreast, that one's fine. Communicated through Outlook, Teams, and phone. This is mid. This probably gets a 1 in 50, but I want them to be a little bit better bullet points. They're not the worst, okay? I want to be clear, this is not absolute garbage or anything, but there are ways to improve it. So, resolve day-to-day computer issues by troubleshooting Windows, perfect, right? 10 Mac OS and MS Office problems is great. Resulting in restoring functionality and satisfied users is a little too technical. I'd rather you just said Office problems so our people could have no issues or something. Like I need a little bit less technical than restored functionality. Satisfy users is also kind of off, because like your job is not to satisfy the users as much, and satisfied users does not necessarily imply customer service. Now, if you said Office problems and performed customer service to keep them satisfied, that would be something I would say. So, Office problems while keeping customers satisfied so that they could X and Y. That is how I would like you to do it. Again, it's not the worst, but the non-technical Y needs to be better. Participated in 2 yearly... Why does it matter if this events? I'd rather you just said provided customer service and network troubleshooting to new students. But again, I need a little bit more, because you already mentioned troubleshooting in the first one. Remember, troubleshooting here, good. Let me do this. Troubleshooting here, good. Troubleshooting here, bad. So you only really have one keyword here, which is customer service. I do like this, though. This is a good reason. Use team dynamics ticketing software to manage problems and tickets, keeping detailed Azure solutions. That one's fine. But again, that's more of an extra credit. Not you don't say sometimes having to. You have to describe how. I'd rather you said communicated technical issues to non-technical people through Outlook, Teams, and in person at the same time while keeping customers engaged. That's how you would write that. Explain solutions to resulting. Again, not terrible, but there's only one. My big problem here is you kind of have, this is a mostly okay one. This has enough keywords, the rest of them don't. You want a minimum of 3, a maximum of 6. And you have 6 bullet points for a job you've been at for 2 years. You could probably go with 4 bullet points, condense those. And then where's the networking? You don't need all DNS, DHCP, TSP, but I need some of them. Where's the LAN WAN, the Azure, the industry? I don't actually know your industry that much. Where's the, let's see. I mean, that's kind of the stuff I'm missing. So again, it's not the worst resume ever. Like, this might get a 1 in 50, but you should probably be able to get a 1 in 7, right? So I want you to make those changes. Make the sentences a little bulkier. Make the reason why you did it better, and add a couple of the networking and make it more clear of the industry. And you should start getting a ton more interviews. Also, this should be 1 line. I don't know why this is 2 lines. But that's all I can do for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. And to all of my members, thank you very much for supporting me. They get access to videos a little bit early, and if you want to join, you can do so in the link below. But just again, thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And to all my other members, thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. And if you ever need more help, you can join my live stream. That's where I decide who to gets resume reviewed every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter and YouTube right here. But that's it for me. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Later, y'all.